Hello and welcome back to Alex Goes Sailing. As you can see, we have Meraki here and we're in Dartmouth. Well, Dartmouth is just down there. This is the River Dart. So we're at Dartside Quay. About to launch here. Need to put up the mast, but we've got maybe 2 hours before the tide is high enough. Launch it, park the trailer up. Reasonable prices here. You just park your free parking for car and trailer, £50 for a month. So that's quite good. You pay a little bit more if you want to actually keep the boat on the trailer. But yeah, lovely little marina. So yeah, we're gonna start rigging this thing up. We made it out onto the water, just leaving the marina slash quay thing, and yeah, look how lovely this is. So there's an anchorage over there, or there's an anchorage down there, so I might check out the one up there, have a little bit of a motor about, see what there is. Right, I'm just heading up to a little anchorage over there. There is a fair bit of current because we're on a river and the tide's about to go out, but I should be up when the most of it's in, and we'll see how bad it really is. But yeah, it can't be too bad over there, and I've got a very good anchor, so let's see how much I trust it. Worst comes to worst, my anchor alarm goes off and I find out somewhere over here, so not too bad. Still quite busy in the harbour, little boats whizzing around over there. I guess it's high tides, everyone's getting in and out. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner either tonight, but I can say for sure the Dart is stunning. I'm all anchored up, as you can see. Sun is setting. Absolute silence, apart from me speaking to you lot. But dropped anchor, it's about 5 meters. And this is the river, so I should get a lot of current as it goes out that way. So got to keep an eye on them, but I trust my anchor setup, and we've got maybe 10 to 15 meters out ish, just in between I think. So yeah, time to clean up. That's what needs doing, and then dinner time. Right, I've just woken up in the Dart, and you can see a little bit cloudy, touch of blue sky you can see, and didn't really budge on the anchor. Looks like he's pulled in on his anchor a touch more, but yeah, it's time to head out. The wind is onshore as we beat across the start point and then round into Salcombe. Today's the best day for it because basically Monday through to maybe Thursday it is going to be pretty windy, maybe 20 to 30 knots possibly from the east, which is very unusual, but that means a bit of chop out at sea, maybe 1.5 meter waves. I've seen the biggest on some of those days, so I don't want to be sailing in that, especially getting across. Getting back, hopefully by Thursday or Friday it calms down because I need to be out by Friday, so I'm going on a special little trip on the weekend, so I need to be there for that. So yeah, I've just dropped the dinghy back inside the boat from up there. I left it up there at night because I was like, oh, I have a bit more room, but I chucked it in there. I'll probably pump that up when I get to Salcombe. I've tidied up the boat a little more. We've got usual pockets. I need to build out this cupboard still, but got my stuff down there. Radio, probably turn that on. Got my plotter on. You can see the wind speed. Don't have the direction because I actually broke the spinny thing. Just a plastic molding. You should need to buy another one, maybe a couple, maybe 10 quid or something. No biggie. I think I just broke it on the back where I was mounting it, so that's not too bad. Right, we're just sailing down the Dart pretty much, motor sailing. We've got the full main up. That should be enough because I think it'll be mostly a reach, slightly downwind on the way down to Start Point and into Salcombe. We're just getting into actual Dartmouth, as you can see, big marinas and stuff. So once we get out of here, we should have some decent wind because at the minute it's a bit everywhere because we're kind of in a valley. So it's just basically coming head on, maybe a little bit of sailing done, but yeah, I think it should be quite a nice sail today, hopefully. I don't think the waves are meant to be too big either. Look at this, the sun is out, absolutely beautiful, and yeah, we're just zipping along here. So we're doing about 5 knots, current's starting to go with us quite a lot now, so should pick up an extra knot maybe in about an hour, half an hour's time. We've got the tiller pilot on at the minute doing some work while I film, which is quite nice to have a little handyman. So yeah, I might grab a bit of lunch as well because it's getting up to 12 now. And look at this sea state. Apparently this is 0.8. This will probably be a bit choppy because we're kind of on the edge of some shallows. Not too bad actually, nice motion. We're going basically beam, slightly down from a beam in a minute. Yeah, absolutely lovely day. You can see there's a bunch of racing out, so it's regatta week down in Dartmouth, so I guess that's why everyone's out sailing. We've just made it over the shallow bank. I did get a little bit wet, my arm is soaked. Getting a few rogue waves coming over with a few odd big ones. Even got some spray up on the sail, so we're having a good time. We're just coming around the lighthouse here. This is Start Point, so we're just gonna nip round this corner into Salcombe, but we will be turning downwind, so I might try wing on wing, and/or I'll just do something. I'll do something to sort out the downwind. Now, when we get to Salcombe, we've actually got to navigate the bar, and that basically goes from the furthest east point of the bay, pretty much all the way across to the west side. It goes in like the southwesterly direction, and you've got a very little narrow channel at the other side, but apparently it's only bad when it's on an ebb tide, so it should be right. And it says you get about 0.5 meters of clearance, so as long as you're not dead low tide, we can go right over the top of it. So we're 0.7, remember. So hopefully should be quite a nice time. Now when it gets a bit windier and wavier later on in the week, which will make coming around this side of the land quite unpleasant, we'll just have to see how that affects the bar for us leaving Salcombe and heading down to Plymouth. But then we've got to manage to get back from Plymouth all the way up to here. So hopefully by Thursday or Friday it dies right off so we can nip round and get the boat out of the water. Meraki is handling this really well. She's actually surprised me in how well she does in big waves. You can get a bit of a splashback here sometimes, but overall it's not that bad. We've been doing about 6 knots. At the minute we're doing 6 knots because we've got the current going with us. So that's not too bad considering we're basically going almost completely downwind, to be fair. But yeah, try not to hit the rocks over there. Look at this, we're wing on wing. Bit of roll though, so not the most stable. I should get this pole down here and stick it up there, so I might do that in a second. But it's the Tiller Pilot doing this. This is the ST2000 Plus rain ring, and I think I've dialed in the settings just right to do a wing on wing. It's just keeping it there, and without a pole. If it had a pole, even better. So I might go put a pole on it now, but we're just rounding the point over here with the lighthouse over there, and Salcombe's just round that point over there. We're doing about 6 knots. We're in about, what's that, maybe 10 knots of wind. Most of it's current, obviously, but yeah, we're zipping along, and we'll be in Salcombe in no time. So I'm gonna run up and put that pole on, I think. Would you look at this? Got the Tiller Pilot going, wing on wing, favourite point of sail, and Salcombe's just rounding the corner over there. I'd probably turn it down a couple more degrees and the sail's a bit better, but yeah, absolutely lovely day out here. At the minute, I can just see the Salcombe coming into my view over there. So what we're going to do is pull the pole off, because we have the pole on at the minute, and probably turn across a bit. I've got to bring down the main at some point, so I might do that just before. And then we'll have our head sail all the way into Salcombe, so that'd be quite nice. We've got a few boats over here following us around. Looks like just head sails for them. That guy's got a very little amount. We're full on wing on wing. That very nice boat out there, he's been zipping around the outside. He's cut back in now because he can't really go dead downwind with his sail plan. So yeah, look at it over there. Absolutely stunning. Look at those fields. You don't get this in the Solent. You barely even get a hill in the Solent. I think this is one of the main reasons why I like trailer sailing so much, is that you can go to different places so easily and quickly just by towing it down a few hours here and there, and you can get some pretty cool places and experience weather for a week. Also, being in the UK, you can have nice weather in Scotland and have terrible weather down here, so having a trailer sailor means you can pick your weather quite nicely, and hopefully the week doesn't get too windy. But yeah, absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. We're even, also I forget to mention, we're doing about 7.5 knots at the minute. We've got a lot of current going with us, but we're absolutely flying. I'll show you the log.
Yeah, I was raised well, genetic holy grail. said friends in class never got picked last. Still I feel like an outcast. I traveled down south, the callers freaked me out. I learned a thing or two before I came unglued. Now my graphic days are gone too.
Right, we've just come into Salcombe now. I've dropped the outboard in, I've got it in gear. I've also pulled in the head sail. What I'm going to do is turn it into wind and drop the main quick, about turn again, and pull out the head sail and sail in around the bar. And the autopilot will actually help me keep it into wind, whereas before it would be a little bit tricky. And I got a maximum of 30 seconds to actually get it done. Now I can have a little bit more time rolling up the sail, although rolling it in is faster than putting it out. Right, you can just see the bar there, and we're coming up on it here. Doesn't look obvious because it's basically a dead low tide. Just got the head sail up, we're doing about 6 knots, so if we hit it we're going to come to a right stop. But we've got 6.5 meters beneath the keels at the minute, so I'm quite happy with that. Looks like there's quite a nice walk up there. I'll have to see if I can do that, but yeah, lovely. Right, we just dropped anchor, watching out for these rocks, but we're about meters of water right on this beach here. I'm actually going to pick up some family, we're going to go for a quick sail. But yeah, nice, lovely sailing. We do have the wind going against the head, so we might go over to that beach over there. But apart from that, absolutely lovely. I've now got to get the dinghy out, clean up in here a bit, but get the dinghy out, pump that up, because yeah, it's a bit too choppy to go and beach it, and I don't think they want to get wet, so yeah, time to pump up this dinghy. Right, I've just dropped hook in this anchorage here. At the minute, we've got all the party ribs here and boats, and give it another hour or two, they'll all be gone, because it looks like some of them are packing up. But I'm gonna have food, and then after food, I think I'm gonna go to the beach. Might even go for a swim. The tide's about to drop, so currently blasting out that way. So yeah, but I don't know what's to eat tonight. Might do burgers, might do fajitas, curry, spaghetti bolognese, carbonara. I've got a whole heap of choices. I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna have a full English, well, as full as you can get on a boat, but so that's eggs, bacons and beans. Right, inside the boat, I've just got some chicken on, a bit steamy, and put some peppers in, and then we're gonna get the fajitas on so we can have some fajitas. So it should be quite nice, and it's perfect temperature outside, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat. Right, I've eaten now, and I've tidied the boat up a little bit. As you can see, all the cushions are back where they're meant to be, and set the drone up, got some cool shots, and now you've just got the lights from Salcombe itself. Nice mansion up there. Yeah, I can see the stars, you probably can't. Not as many as you'd think, 'cause it's a bit cloudy, but it still looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's it for this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.